it's Alicia here, and I just wanted to film a video about retaining information or accessing information when you need it because um, I was reading something and it occurred to me that I was like getting distracted and I wasn't focusing on what I was reading. And then there was this process of beating myself up that, what if I needed that information at some point in my life about what I was reading about? If somebody asks me a question, um, you know, for whatever reason, I might need this information. And then I started beating myself up about it. And then I remembered that whatever information you're meant to receive, whatever knowledge you're meant to have, you will have access to that when you need it. So if you're in a meeting, if someone asks you a question, if you're meant to access that information, then it will come out. And if it doesn't come out, that's okay. That doesn't make you any less than of anything. It doesn't make you not enough. It doesn't make you not smart enough, not competent enough, or whatever that may be. You're not meant to be everyone's Google search or answer for anything. You don't need to put that pressure on yourself. And that goes for really anything that you're learning, whether you're reading a book, whether you're studying, you're learning something at work. If you're not retaining the information, maybe you're not even interested in it, and so you're kind of skimming the information, that means you're not really meant to retain that, and you're not really going to need it for what you really want to do in your life and what you're meant to do for a living and all that sort of thing. You're not really going to need that information, so there's no reason to beat yourself up for it. If you don't remember what you learned, if you're not interested in what you're learning, if you're not focused on what you're learning, you might think, what if I need this for a test, if you're studying? Well, you're going to pass the test anyways, whether you were paying attention in that moment or not, or you were meant to not pass that exam, or whatever is like in your highest good. Or you may feel like, what if I need this information when I'm in a meeting and someone asks me a question? Well, the worst thing that's going to happen is you don't have the answer to that question, and the only thing that's going to cause a problem in that situation is you being hard on yourself. You being like, oh, I'm not enough because I didn't have the answer to that question that somebody asked me, or I came off looking stupid, I was embarrassed. Well, you're creating that. Maybe there's other people judging you, but you're the one that's creating the actual suffering about it. So if you aren't hard on yourself and you're unwilling to make yourself wrong under any circumstances, then it doesn't really matter whether you retained that information and accessed that information in that moment. And this really goes for anything in your life. If something feels heavy, constricted, not fluid, it's not even going to be the thing that creates the most for you anyways, so there's no reason to put pressure on yourself like, oh, I need to learn this thing, I need to understand this thing, I need to have all this knowledge in case one day somebody asks me a question, or in order for people to value me more. That's actually a really good point, is you may think that the more knowledge you have, maybe the more people will respect you because you'll come off smarter. But you'll actually be more relatable if you're speaking from your heart or saying something that you actually understand in a simple way that someone else can explain it, rather than explaining it in a way that sounds really smart or complicated. Less people will actually understand you, and you may even come off less relatable and trigger emotions in other people about them not feeling enough either, because they're just going to be a mirror reflection of you. So if you felt the need to retain that information and learn all those things so that you felt good enough, well, all that's going to do is going to make the people that are receiving this information from you also feel not good enough, because they're like, oh, this person knows all this stuff and I don't know it. So it can be this never-ending cycle. So life is meant to be fluid when you're in your natural state and you're aligned with yourself. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to put pressure on yourself when you're trying to retain information. So I just wanted to film a quick video about that, and I hope you found this helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and hit the bell button if you want to be notified the next time I upload a video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.